Josh Allen had the greatest day ever for a quarterback. 3 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns. It hadn't been done in a long time. And the Bills lost. Of course they did, because they've been wasting Josh Allen's talent forever. I mean, the Rams had almost 30 first downs. We're 11 of 15 on third. Almost perfect in the red zone. 38 minutes, time of possession. They dominated that. The Bills had a punt blocked. Stafford did whatever he wanted. You ever consider rolling coverage over on Puka? It can't look that easy if you're Matt Stafford. Was that the Bills scout team? Listen, Josh Allen is the greatest quarterback talent I've ever seen. He's better than Elway. He's better than Mahomes as a talent. Andrew Luck couldn't do that. 6'6", huge arm, 255, and produced 400-plus yards. Again, he's done it 11 times. And you know what his record is in those games? 5-6. This franchise continues to let him down. Mahomes has the better coach and the trophies and is the second most talented quarterback in this league. But if you give Patrick Mahomes, or he gives you 6 touchdowns, Kansas City wins. There are games he can give you 1 touchdown and a pick, and Kansas City wins. Josh Allen, I mean, how many times are we going to see this? He literally is jaw-dropping. There's nothing you can do. He doesn't scramble for 9 yards. He'll scramble for 39. He doesn't throw it 40 yards on a line. He throws it 58 yards on a line. He's a jaw-dropping, once-in-a-lifetime talent. He had 4 touchdowns and no picks once against this Kansas City Chiefs team, which I'll show in a minute, and lost. Of course he did. Now, I'm looking at his numbers. It is just a total waste of his talent. And you can blame whoever you want. I like the owner, GM Sharp. Sean McDermott's good, but I've compared him to Chuck Knox. Legendary bounce-around coach that won everywhere, but couldn't get the trophy. Josh Allen is 4-5. That is it in games in which he produces 400-plus yards. You know what Mahomes' record is in those games? 14-2. Ball game. Ball game. They are wasting his talent. Yes, don't get me wrong. Matt Stafford, we've been saying this for years. He's and was an all-time passing talent. He's what Aaron Rodgers wishes he was the last 3 years. He was better in high school and college than Aaron. He's better now than Aaron. He was better for the first 3 to 4 years in the league than Aaron. But he ended up in Detroit. McVay's like, get me that guy. They did. He's magical when he's upright. If they can...
Okay. Well, now he's talking about Stafford, and we're here to talk about Josh Allen. Listen. I made a video last night, and I posted it, and this is actually perfect, because I wasn't sure if Josh Allen, if Colin Cowherd was going to start with this game or not, so I really wanted to get that video out, so I got it. I'm going to try not to kind of, overlap or anything like that. But he said it again. Josh Allen is the greatest talent of all time. And that is exactly what I have been saying. And it's so perfect now that I made that other video, because now I got to read the comments. And I got to see what people are saying. First of all, people said that I was bashing Patrick Mahomes to elevate Josh Allen. Is Colin Cowherd bashing Patrick Mahomes, saying that he's better than him? Is Colin Cowherd a hater of Patrick Mahomes? Patrick Mahomes is unbelievable. But you heard what even Colin pointed out, that Mahomes and the Chiefs have 14, 15 wins in those games, where Josh Allen is, 4 for 5, 5 or 6, whatever it exactly was. It just enhances and highlights that this is a team sport. That's what I'm just trying to highlight more than anything. Because we don't see the reality of the situation. We don't understand the gifts that the Kansas City Chiefs have given Patrick Mahomes over the years. Andy Reid being the biggest gift than anything else. The biggest gift. Even something as little as what Tom Brady was saying when he was like, why did they run to try to score a touchdown? They should have done 2-3 quick throws. Then you don't have to burn any of your timeouts. Even little things like that. Those little things, mistakes that Andy Reid doesn't make. And then other people were like, oh, Josh Allen missed some throws yesterday. Oh my God. It's unbelievable that you could have that game. It's literally historic. He literally has to do everything in that game. Literally everything. He should have also, been on, blocking, for the line to help, actually get the punt off. Maybe if he did that, and then they would have won, I guess. But they're like, oh, he missed some throws. Okay, right, sure. Patrick Mahomes missed multiple throws against the Chargers, and they still won. You realize quarterbacks miss throws, right? You realize that quarterbacks don't throw with 100% accuracy. You understand that? Your argument is that he missed some throws in a game where he had 424 total yards, 6 touchdowns, where he absolutely carried his team and put up 42 points and had one of the greatest performances of all time. I don't do fantasy. It doesn't matter to me. But I still think it's an interesting way to calculate statistics. And yet it was like the highest fantasy performance of all time or something. Like, you understand that, right? This has always been my concern with the Buffalo Bills. Go watch any of my Buffalo Bills videos since I started this channel. I mean, Josh Allen is just a monster, a beast. And let me also say this, just like how I said Josh Allen is better than Patrick Mahomes. Let me say this also. Patrick Mahomes is one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play. Nobody could say that I'm a Patrick Mahomes hater or bashing him. That comment is one of the dumbest comments I could ever receive on this channel. I'm just going to say it straight up. I rooted for Mahomes and the Chiefs to win a Super Bowl before they ever won a Super Bowl. I've said that now many times. I literally still have the note on my notes app back in 2019 where I wrote a whole note to like explain why to my family for my Super Bowl party why we should be rooting for the Chiefs. It's time-stamped and everything. I'm not good enough of a computer programmer to somehow change that. It's literally on my phone still because I don't delete anything. So I'm not a Mahomes hater, but I see the reality. I choose to live in reality. I wish I didn't. I honestly wish I didn't. If I didn't, I probably would have started this channel years ago. I'd be world famous and making millions and just living that high life. But I'm a realist. I'm a pessimist. I'm not an optimist. So I see the world a lot more accurately. And it's so obvious what Josh Allen can do and does do on a field in any given moment. And it's like, the Buffalo Bills still have a real chance to win the Super Bowl. Make no mistake, this is not doomsday. Oh my God, Buffalo Bills are just done now. This is an indicator that they can't win it all. That's not what I'm saying either. In fact, the takeaway from this game is just be happy that you have Josh Allen, the greatest quarterback in the NFL. It's pretty outrageous how good he is. But the Bills have to go all in being a better team. You realize you could have like 2-3 Super Bowls right now. You could be you could be going for your 3rd Super Bowl right now. People would be having the conversation about Josh Allen being the GOAT. But they don't because of small things like this. And it's a tragedy. On one way, I was thinking about this last night when I was going to bed. I was like, it's kind of crazy. I was like, you got to feel bad for Josh Allen that he's like as great as he is, and yet he doesn't have the rings. He didn't get drafted to the Chiefs. He doesn't have Andy Reid, all this type of stuff. And I was like, it's kind of crazy to think like the guy who has all the talent in the world, who has like every single physical gift that you could ever imagine. His net worth is hundreds of, I mean, by the time he retires, he will be a literal billionaire. I mean, that, he just will. He just got married to this beautiful Hollywood actress, and you're like, oh, he's so unlucky. Poor Josh Allen. And I'm like, let me like shake my mind of that. It's just, it really is wild. There's no point of even going through the game, honestly. Like, I have all my notes to the game. And it was like, maybe I'll talk about that for first things first, because I know they're going to talk about it. And, gosh, who knows what Nick Wright's going to say for that one. But it was just like the scrambles that he had to do. I mean, for him to go off on like a 25, 30-yard run and then throw a 30-yard pass. I mean, like, that's really what it was. It was like he would go on such big physical runs and then throw some of the most beautiful balls you've ever seen. He just did exactly what he needed to do in every single moment. I mean, the multiple throws to Shakir, the throw to Collins. I mean, again, it's like there's no point even going through all of the random highlights because the game was so massive, so historic that it was just like you just gotta watch, you just gotta believe it to see it. And it's just, at the end of the day, what it all came down to was that blocked punt, which then obviously led to an immediate touchdown, and then they were behind. And you have Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay. When they have a lead, they're definitely going to be able to get after it, which is what Tom Brady was talking about. That's literally what he says in the broadcast even, that when you have this lead, it just opens up everything. When you have someone as smart as Sean McVay and Stafford, boom. And yet you still needed like circus catches from Puka Nacua. I mean, Puka Nacua was making some insane catches. Stafford was playing out of his mind. This was the best game that the Rams probably had in years. I don't know if they've ever even had a game this good, even when they won the Super Bowl. And that's what it took to win this game. The number 1 seed is still up for grabs for the Bills. They obviously need, to win every game from here on out and need the Chiefs now to drop 2 games rather than 1. But it's definitely possible. I mean, who knows with the Browns? Who knows with the Texans? They play the Broncos. So, and the Bills play the Lions and what is it? The Jets, Patriots, Jets, or Patriots, Jets, Patriots. I forget. I think Patriots, Jets, Patriots, right? Because they had already played the Jets early on Monday Night Football or Sunday night. Can't remember, man. Too long ago. So it's still definitely there for sure. But yeah, this was a wild game. I mean, if you didn't watch this game, you got to at least watch the highlights of it because this game was insane, and Josh Allen is insane. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills? Do you think Buffalo is still too dependent on Josh Allen? And what did you make of this game? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.